morning, everyone. We are coming to you live via Facebook streaming, YouTube streaming, and via Skype. Each one of you is welcome to this live streaming from our studios in Trinidad. Love, marriage, passion, attachment, addiction. Rag is Hindi word which has a musical basis, but when it is used in other references, it refers to passion, melody, color, attachment, and asakti is addiction. All these are part of love and marriage. If there is passion in love, if there is attachment, love will become hell. And if there is addiction in love, then love will become a prison. Both possibilities exist, being a hell or a prison. And if there is no passion, there is no attachment, then love will become heaven. And if love is free of any kind of addiction, then love is God. What Jesus said, God is love. But I say love is God because you are at the threshold, knocking the door of love. Let this love lead you to godliness, to God. If there is passion, if there is attachment, love becomes hell. When there is addiction, you are addicted to love just like anything else. You start one relationship, it does not work, you abandon that, and no sooner that it is abandoned, you enter into another one. This is addiction. Then you are in prison, and it is very unlikely for you to come out of that. If there is no passion, there is no attachment, you consider it simply an energy, unseen yet realized truth, then love becomes heaven. And when there is no addiction of any kind, you are simply love, you are flowing, you have achieved oneness, harmony within, and out of that it is flowing, then it is godly, it is godlike. It has many possibilities, both possibilities. You can add, attach the passion and addiction with love. You can add passion and addiction to love, if this happens, then it appears as if you have tied big stone around the neck of the bird of love. Love is a bird that wants to soar high in the sky. Now when you have tied a big stone around the neck of the bird of love, then it cannot fly, it cannot soar. It is like you have put the bird in a golden cage. Doesn't matter how expensive, how precious the cage may be, but the cage is cage. When you remove passion and attachment from love, then love becomes pure, innocence, and it becomes formless, simply an energy, formless. You do not ask something for something in love. Love is a giving, is a sharing. It is charity that you continue to share, to give. Then love is the king, not a beggar. You are grateful, you are overflowed, you are happy that the one in front of you has accepted your love. When there is no bargain, it is not like a transaction. Love is not a transaction that I give you my merchandise that you need and you give me the money in return. It is a barter. Love is not barter. You don't seek anything, you don't ask anything. It is a process to free the bird of love and allow it to soar to infinite heights, to bring the nectar from there. You give strength and energy to its wings so that the bird of love can continue its journey to infinite realms. Love has brought down the life, it has brought misery, it has brought blessings, nectar in the life. It all depends upon how you have treated love. Love is a very unique word. It is the door. On one side of the door, just as a door that connects the two rooms, your living room and bedroom. So one side is pain and suffering, the other side is bliss, blessings. This side is hell, the other side is the heaven. This side is the world, conflict, chaos. The other side is salvation, freedom, cosmos. Love is the door. Love is the door, but you have known love only as part of passion and attachment. And when Jesus says that God is love, you will not be able to understand, and you have not understood. When Sahajobai, a poetess, a mystical poet from the state of Rajasthan, begins to sing the songs of love, you will become restless because this does not appeal to you. You will say, I also have loved. When Meera sings the songs of love, you will start feeling uncomfortable because Meera experienced love, Saju experienced love, Lalna from Kashmir experienced love. You will say, I also experienced love, but I only got chaos, disarrayed. You have, in the name of love, you have reaped the crop of thorns. And when you sow the crop of thorns, what else can you reap except thorns? There will never blossom flowers. This love that Meera is talking about, Sajo is talking about, Lalna is talking about, Buddha is overflowing, Jesus is overflowing, seems to you to be the imagination of love. This is the love that becomes devotion. This is the love that becomes prayer. This is the love that becomes the door to salvation. You will find this is nothing else but simply a web of words, pleasant words. You have known love, but you have known the love of passion and attachment. Indeed, that was not love. Your love was a disease, passion, attachment. It was a cover. The love that you have known has been the cover for lust and attachment. Deep within was something else, but you have given it a name of love. You have fallen in love, and that is why we use the word fallen in love, not risen in love. You have not dissolved in love, and only dissolution is the first criteria for love to evaporate and reach to the cosmos. Love is your outward decoration. And when you go deep within and search within, you will realize that your love is nothing else but a mere talk. On the outside, there are flames of passion and lust, and in the light of that, you have to be very diplomatic, because you wants to use the physical existence, the body of a man or a woman. You will never know your own being. How would you know your being? You can know your being, your essence, only when the inner man and woman unites and you attain to merge a dissolution of the two. This happens through meditation. There is intense desire to enjoy passion and lust. If you pay attention or listen to Sahaja, Daya, Rabia Basri, who has attained to cosmic love, who have attained to harmony within. When the man and woman united within, this is the very understanding of Tantra. Love is the first of all, it is experienced within you. When the inner man and inner woman are united into one another, they dissolve into one another. Out of that dissolution, you start getting the gems, precious gems from the ocean of the being. You have always found love as bondage. This is not the fault of love, this is your own fault. If the physician is very efficient, he can make medicine out of poison. And if the physician is inefficient, in his hands even nectar can become poison. Neither poison is poison, nor nectar is nectar. It all depends on its usage. Sometimes poison saves life, other times nectar takes the life. The word, as Lao Tse says in the book Tao Te Ching, Tao that can be expressed is not Tao. But when it interacts, out of that 1,001 things emerge. The word water is not water that can quench your thirst. The word love is not love that can satiate the being. The word love means nothing. It can be nectar, it can be poison, it all depends upon you. If there is attachment, if there is passion, if you have used love to fulfill your lust, if you have searched love only at the physical level, then you will only gain pain, suffering, chaos, bondage, many dreams that will never be fulfilled. It will remain like a mirage, illusion for you. Love has assumed the form of rainbow, but when it reached you, everything fell back into the earth. All dreams appeared fruitless. The golden palace, shining in sunlight, appeared to you to be a prison. This is not the fault of love. In the name of love, you have done something else. It is very important that love is freed from passion and attachment. And because of that, we use two words as synonyms, love and marriage. Marriage can evolve out of love, chaotic or cosmic, pain or bliss. But love never evolves out of marriage. This you have to understand. It's what is love and what is marriage. Love is a gift from God because it is godly, and marriage is the invention of the society. Marriage is the invention of man. How one can live in the life. In certain religions it is a social contract. In certain religions we have tried to give it a divine form. Hindus say that every bride is symbolic of Lakshmi and every man is symbolic of Vishnu. So it is the union of the two. But this is our aspiration. But for this, the effort has to be made by the man and a woman who are going to enter into this marriage, and it is considered as an institution. Love is a gift of God, is an arrangement from God, and marriage is an arrangement by man. Marriage is a social arrangement, social contract. Love is a gift from God. Love is born as unknown and unknowable somewhere in the deepest corner of your being. Love is not bound by the law of the nation, law of the country. Marriage follows the social and other laws, and the law gives marriage a stability because it is the invention of man. But how can this happen? As your consciousness deepens, you start entering deeper and deeper into your awakening. You are entering into witnessing. As you enter into witness, you realize the essence of love. It is an unseen but realized truth. It gives prolific fecundities in abundance. It gives you blessings. And when you are entering into witnessing consciousness that simply witnesses all that is, then at times you will reach to the state of thoughtlessness. You will realize that there is no thought arising in you. What are thoughts? Thoughts are the waves arising on the surface of the ocean of consciousness. On the surface of the ocean of consciousness, thoughts arise as waves, emotions. So as you are entering into witnessing, you will realize there will come certain moments when there are no thoughts in you. So sometimes when the seekers, they mention that listening to you, I felt that there was no thoughts arising in you. And sometimes such situation creates fear in you. What kind of situation am I now? There are no thoughts arising. You have not seen a tranquil sea, because to you sea means waves, ebbs and flow. Waves are rising. Higher the waves are rising, better it is for you to enter the ocean. And therefore the sea of tranquility creates fear in you. Nothing will touch you inside in that moment. The thoughts, whatsoever is there, they remain outside. and you will become as if these have no meaning for you. And when you enter totally into witnessing, as if you have entered into Tathata, the name for Buddha, thus came, thus gone. Only when you enter into witnessing totally, when Buddha entered into that witnessing totally, then he came to be known as Tathata. In that moment, all is in you, you are in all. That is the state of enlightenment, awakening. That moment one feels that I am the part of the entire cosmos. The drop has become ocean, I am the ocean. But the drop cannot say that. But the feeling is that I have become oceanic. In every thought, in every emotion, in every feeling, it is I. In actions, I am the knower, I am the doer. The three things, the object, subject and predicate. The object, a sentence remains incomplete without object and subject and the verb that connects the two. I am the subject, I am the object, I am the verb. I am in happiness, I am in sorrow. I am the happiness, I am the sorrow. I am beyond the two as well. Because in witnessing you do not make a differentiation between happiness and sorrow. This is the state of Tathata. You are totally awake. Then you return to the world of duality and start living life. But now it is totally transformed. You are not living as you used to live before. Without any bondage, without any suffering, without any pain, it appears that the rein is in your hands. You are guiding the horses to move at your will and pleasure. That is why it is said the chariot that Krishna drives, it moves with the speed of the mind, with the speed of thought, with the speed of awakening. मन की गति से चलते हैं. These horses symbolize the energy of emotions, and they are guided by your awakening. This is love, marriage, passion, attachment, attraction. This much for this morning. It is like the journey begins, comes to an end. Lucky are those who are on the seashore. Take a dive within. Take a dive in the ocean of tranquility when it is happening. And I keep on sharing in myriad ways simply one thing: the harmony, the oneness, the blessing. Only this much for this morning. Until Meet again. Take care and do have a pleasant day.